from there, it perked my interest.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I had looked into Fully Paid before we even met. So what was going on around them times? What were like the origins of like the Fully Paid brand and Mr Fully Paid as well?
Yeah. So what? 017 May. I think it was 017 May and that the company was formed, but I think we didn't drop till like, you know, June 2017. So originally, obviously from East London, you know, proper East End brand, etc. Originally, we started. I think we started with like 400, 500 pound back then, which wasn't easy at the time. Obviously, my business partner as well. Obviously, we were both in this together from the get go. Obviously, the what it was with the brand is like we did not know what to expect from the business, because obviously none of us went to fashion school and none of us were like, obviously not saying we're not fly guys, we were fly guys, you know what I'm saying, but it wasn't something that ever struck us to say, all right, cool, we're gonna do a fashion company, you know what I'm saying. So it's one of them things that obviously it was a test run, and yeah, like it done fairly well, but obviously I got to big up everyone else in East London and Hackney, because obviously without them we wouldn't be where we are today, because a lot of people from the local area actually helped support the brand. Whether it's not about like social influence and stuff like that, it was the purchases and people wearing it in the local area, you know what I'm saying. Them hats literally helped us form who we are today. So I've got to big up everyone who purchased in the past, the hats, etc., because without them we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't have got that exposure, and I feel like that plays a part in it in the community. So yeah.
You know, FP, I got a couple questions that kind of come before that.
Yeah.
My main questions are, why did you start a fashion brand?
Yeah.
Why hats
Yeah.
were the first thing you kind of launched?
Yeah.
And then lastly, why do you think the local community really bought into what you were doing?
Yeah. So obviously, a few people have seen it, and that we're starting to drop clips of how the company was formed in it. Obviously, I'm not gonna go in detail. I'll let the storylines do the talking as time goes on. So we dropped something Fully Paid Origin. I think you've probably seen it. Few people seen it. So for those who don't
Wavy,
know,
by the way.
for those who don't know, love, go and check that out, and that will give you a deeper meaning behind Fully Paid. The next one's coming out probably next couple months.
Okay, nice.
Ashley Waters will be directing.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So
Big
yeah,
deal.
that would obviously start piecing the jigsaws together, and everyone will start getting a more understanding again. I feel like that was good that we dropped it, because it gave people a whole different perception, and I feel like that helped a lot to kind of, you know, say, all right, cool, respectable. And what was the other question you asked?
So the main question was like, why did you you start?
Yeah, so obviously at the time when obviously we were doing the brand, I wasn't really doing much with myself anyway, regardless. So, you know, I think I've just got released. So I was playing football at the time for Wimbledon. I've been
I never knew that.
Yeah, man's a baller.
What position?
Winger, innit? Right?
Yeah.
Get me?
You say small Ghanaian, 99 pace.
Nippy, mad nippy. Mad nippy. So after Wimbledon, obviously, unfortunately, I didn't get a pro. So obviously, you get me, I wasn't really doing too much at the time, you know what I mean? I was trying to still play football. I mean, I was playing non-league at the time. You know what I mean, I'm a local guy, I'm with the locals and stuff like that. So there wasn't really much going like literally there was nothing really going on in my life that was like anything amazing. I feel like I was still trying to find myself. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know what I was gonna do in the next 5 years. I had no, like, do you know what I'm saying? And obviously my cousin came through with an idea with Fully Paid. I remember him calling me. He was explaining it to me and that. And it seemed interesting. And I was like, oh yeah, it sounds good.
Wait, did he have the name for it straight away?
Yeah, he had the name and everything for it straight away. So he's like, oh, what do you think of this name? I said, oh, you know what? It's like Fully Paid. It's like, okay, it sounds good, innit? But I was like, I don't know. But then again, I said, you know what? It sounds good. I like the name, innit? So obviously, at the time, I didn't know what he was initiating. But obviously, what he initiated was like, oh yeah, I think we should do business together, innit? And obviously, me being me, I was just like, you know what? Nah, I'm good in it, because obviously, like, at the time, I wasn't trying to take too much risk. I was just thinking, nah, like, I just want to live a normal life, make dough however I'm making dough, and then figure out from there. I didn't really want to jump in the business world because I didn't know what to expect. And at the time, I didn't know anyone who had a business. So I was just like, this is all long. Like, man's not on this. Like, I just want to live a normal life, and that is it. So obviously, I said, I'm not too sure. A couple of days after, he was like proper like persistent with it, like, come join me, we could do this, etc., stuff like that. Then I said, you know what, yeah, like, why not? I don't mind, innit? The rest has been history from there. But it wasn't easy at the time, because obviously when I'm doing it, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Almost like I had to learn on the job fast, and I didn't really know where to get clothes made, etc. A lot of things I didn't really know. But
sorry to cut you there, FP. But considering the point about you didn't know what to do, obviously, that makes me question, why did your cousin come to you in particular? Why do you think he came to you?
I don't. I don't genuinely know to this day why he came to me. I think because we were speaking a lot at the time and stuff like that, he probably just thought, yeah, you know what, Sam will probably be the man for the job. You know what I'm saying? But you know what it is at the time as well. I remember actually in the teller, I remember asking him, he just said, like, obviously he could see something in me that no one else could see.
You see, like your older cousin?
Yeah, which was like my god brother as well. So which was like, you know, that would big him up for that. But he said he could see things that no one else could see, and he knew that I could do the job. At the time, I couldn't see it, to be fair. Like, man, just, you know what I'm saying? But one thing about me, I'm a hard worker, innit? So I work hard. Like, I'll try my best. If anything I do, I'll put my all into it. I'll try my best in it and try and see what I can do.
Where do you think that sort of characteristic comes from?
I think it comes heritage. I feel like when you play sports as well, a lot of resilience. I think where you come from, like an area like Hackney or whatever, you build a lot of resilience and stuff like that. Not all the time, not everyone has that in them, but I think it's one of the things that's been built in me. I've always been kind of resilient. Like, I need to get the job. If I'm doing something, I want to make sure I do it to the best of my ability. That's just one thing about me. I'll try everything I can. I won't throw in the towel early. Like, I will not do that. So yeah, man, I'll try my best to get a result. And yeah, but it was interesting at the time. So I didn't know what to do. I had no clue. Didn't know nothing about fashion. Didn't know anyone in fashion. Had no clue. Didn't know anyone that had a business at the time.
Thank you for watching another episode of Where's My Podcast. If you ever want to take in future episodes on the go, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Whilst you're there, please leave us a 5-star review. It would really help. And also, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, WMTV_LDN, to keep up to date with the latest goings on in UK fashion. Keep it locked.